Oh, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, citizens of all ages, welcome back to another edition Star Citizen 3.11.1 Live. Now, I'm sure most of you have heard by now, and if not, let me be the bearer of interestingly good news. Um, Tractor beams are on their way. As I'm sure, again, you're probably already aware, especially if you've been paying attention to the roadmap or if you watched the latest ISC inside Star Citizen. Now, I made a video not too long ago talking about tractor beams and how they could be coming sooner than later, and this was before the Grey Cat tractor beam tool was on the roadmap. So, huzzah! I was correct. And I'm actually really excited for this because I feel like the tractor beam is going to be a somewhat useful tool to utilize in the sandbox that is Star Citizen. Now, pun slightly intended with that, considering it's part of the Grey Cat multi-tool, but that's neither here nor there. But another thing, the Evocatis are at it again, and by that I mean they're working away at 312, and they've been split up into strike groups. Now, I saw a video from Montoya, who, again, I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with, and if not, he's the guy from Test Squadron, the org, and he made an actually a really good point that I didn't even think about, and I'm kind of hoping that this is true. If you didn't see his latest video, or one of his latest videos, he was talking about the Evos and the different strike groups as well, and he is hypothesizing that potentially those strike groups could be due in part to help test for Squadron 42. Now, that's totally hearsay at this point, and it's literally just conjecture. But upon thinking about it, that does seem to kind of make a little bit of sense, especially with how they're very particular in not wanting to spoil Squadron 42. Montoya brought up another good point where he's saying, you know, they're going to be these smaller groups and they're going to be able to kind of detect leaks and which group they're coming from and potentially nuke that testing group to mitigate any further leaks. And that is actually kind of smart upon, you know, mulling it over and thinking about it. I hope so much that that is true. Now, I'm a little apprehensive, though, because the last time Chris came out and spoke about Squadron 42, his wording and the way that he was kind of tempering expectations with his verbiage kind of seemed like Squadron 42 was still quite a ways out. But you know, that could be a misdirection. It could be SIG's patented inability to keep good times and timelines. So, you know, take that as you will and take that with a mountain of salt. Going back to tractor beams, so I'm really excited for this because if you saw the footage from inside Star Citizen, already it looks like the tractor beams are going to add some very interesting options and some very interesting potential for emergent gameplay. The tractor beam, as of right now, is able to pick up, I think they said like around 250 kilograms, that's pretty damn decent. I don't remember if they said that's only in 0G, but I know that they were saying in 0G it's going to work better. I mean, obviously. Um, Something that's really neat is the fact that they were using the tractor beam almost like a grappling hook when they were inside Kovalex, which, oh man, that is so cool. Um, and on top of that, what I really hope a lot. Now, what I want you to do real quick, think back to when 3.0 first came out if you were with the project at that time. When 3.0 first dropped, if you were to kill like a Cutlass or a Caterpillar, they would essentially explode into a cargo pinata, where there would just be a boatload of boxes just everywhere, to the point where it would like tank servers and potentially 30k them, like because of just the sheer amount, especially if you did it to a couple of Caterpillars. Um, and I mean, it was just a bitch to try to move any significant amount into your cargo holds. People were coming up with ways to do it more quickly. One of the ways that I liked to do, if I was in like my Cutlass, I would pop open one of the side doors and just strafe through and try to like, you know, sweep them all into the cargo hold, or at least as many as I could in one go. But with the new tractor beam tool, you will be able to pick those up and not only move them closer or further from you, but also rotate. So I'm really hoping when the tractor beam tool comes online, that they will bring back NPC ships with cargo boxes that we will then be able to uh, reacquire, let's say. I mean, you know, their owners, they don't have owners anymore. So finders, keepers, losers, weepers, nana, nana, boo boo. So I really hope that becomes a mechanic that gets reintroduced. Secondly, the drug missions over on Area 18, or that you get from Area 18, that is going to make those missions so much easier and so much better. You know, instead of having to walk over, pick up, bring it over, drop it, you'll be able to just shoot him, for lack of a better term, drag and drop. Shoot it, drag and drop. Shoot it, drag and drop. So I'm really excited for that to occur. And along with that, I want to talk about 3.12 just a little bit. Now, 3.12 is kind of seeming like a pretty anemic patch. I'm pulling up the roadmap now, so apologies if you hear me clicking and clacking away. So for 3.12, it looks as though... You know what? Hold on. Alright, let's try this instead. That way you can actually see what I'm looking at. So, 3.12, it looks as though a lot of the items, for the most part, are either done, near done, or are pretty far along. So let's start at the top here. So the planetary improvements, 22 out of 25. The spacescaping, which is going to be like the gas cloud stuff, 16 out of 33. Space station refinery deck, 54 out of 77. Intercepting torpedoes for the AI is in polishing. Fire mode usage and targeting priorities, polishing. AI accuracy, polishing. Capital, combat behavior, polishing. Reputation, 32 out of 36. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, it looks to me like 3.12 might be in relatively on time, which is nice, but it seems like there's really not a whole lot coming in. Like, aside from the tractor beam attachment, which I think is awesome, the weapon zeroing, which, I mean, I don't know, I'll have to play around with it to see how that, you know, is. The elevator panels, thank God, because I'm so sick and fucking tired of those shitty, bland little buttons. The Talon and the Shrike, those I'm kind of excited to see. A new LMG, new sniper rifle. So basically, you know, with the way 3.12 is starting to shape up. It's coming. It's coming along. It's going to be out probably within the next week or two, or at least going to PTU within the Wave 1 PTU, excuse me, at least in the next week or two, and probably live no more than 3 weeks is my wager. Before Christmas or on Christmas Eve. I'm calling it now. No later than Christmas Eve, this will go live. I think because there's so little going on in this patch, I really believe that once the Grey Cat tool gets dialed in and nailed down better is probably when things are going to go to open. Because a lot of these things really aren't going to be huge blockers. Again, especially since the majority of them are either basically done or almost done, which I guess that's really the same thing. They're in polishing or almost done. That's a better terminology and verbiage of it. So I'm not gonna lie though, I'm a little disappointed because there were so many other things that were slated to come up for 3.12 or what was at one point 4.0. You know, they're working on server meshing and iCache to try to get Pyro in and all this other good stuff. Hopefully those will come on sooner also, because I really think, you know, I think it would be a really good idea to have another different location to bring in. But what else is really kind of disconcerting is the fact that where's Orison? Where's Crusader? It almost seems to me like, you know, they're just kind of sweeping that under the rug. Like, I know the spacescaping, for instance, is using that gas cloud tech for, you know, the Lagrange points to make it look nicer, which is great. I can't wait to see that. But, you know, where's Orison? Where's Crusader? Now that the Mercury Star Runner is in, the Crusader Mercury Star Runner at that, you know, I think the next maybe 2 or 3 quarters is probably when they're going to put Orison in. Now the question is that too long? I kind of think so. You know, the fact that all of Stanton isn't done yet is disappointing, to say the least. But other than that, I think I'm actually going to leave the video here. Now it is your turn. I want to know what your thoughts are down below in the comments section. On top of that, don't forget to check out the Discord link, also down below in the description. If you're interested in playing Star Citizen and you are not yet part of the verse, also check below in the description. There's all sorts of cool shit down there. You should check it out. Use my promo code. Click on the link, set up your account, do all that cool shit. Using my promo code will get you some extra cash to do stuff with. And yeah, other than that, thank you very much for watching. I hope all you beautiful bastards out there, you have yourselves a wonderful day, morning, evening, whenever, wherever you just so happen to be. This is Will, Daylight Gamer, signing out. Love, peace, chicken grease.